Alright guys, it's KZ here, BGnR Outdoors. We just did a jugging video and we had some people that wanted to know how to make these or how I made them, because there's a lot of different ways, a lot of different videos out there on how to make them. It's pretty simple. You actually have I have some blanks here that I've been had aside. You can see it's turning white here, it's so old. But you just get the PVC noodles, or the PVC in the noodles. The noodles, usually before the summertime, springtime, they'll have them in the stores. I like the jumbo kind. These are the smaller kind that I used to make them with. You see how they are compared to the jumbo kind. Because we've been getting a lot of big fish hitting them. They've been going under, and I think last year I lost about 3 or 4. So these big ones will probably, hopefully, hold the fish up to the surface. That way we can actually retrieve them. Depending on the size of your noodle, you want to get the PVC the size that goes in. It's going to be 3/4, 1/2, whatnot. You can come in any inches or how long you want. This one, you can see is longer than this one. This is probably the scrap one, so. But they can be any size. You want to have the length of PVC left approximately 1/3 your whole length. 1, 2, 3, of course. So, you cut it your length, however you want it. You got the end caps. These are pretty simple, regular end caps. It's basically all you need. You find everything, Walmart, Home Depot. Of course, you want to glue these because you want them watertight. And the end of one cap, you want an eyelet. It's the ones that I use. Stainless steel, 3/16 by 2-inch eye bolts. It's got the little screw on the end of them, or a little nut, excuse me. You see the nut screws in. What I like to do is screw it in and then put some glue right inside of it. That way it holds it and it keeps it watertight. You can just get the eyelets without the screws. They work perfectly fine. These, like I said, these older model ones that I use, these are just little small eyelets, and they just screw in, so you can actually screw it out. Actually, I think Gorilla glued this, so it might be a little bit harder to come out. But this E6000, it takes a while to harden, so I think 24 hours. You put the glue in there. Got a couple of these in here. But let's make one of these. Basically, drill a 3/16 hole. Try to get it in the center as possible, but it really doesn't matter. Start it out, and I like to use a screwdriver or something to help me put it in. That's about it. Put the screw in there. Start screwing it down. Now I'm just gonna do a 1 for you, just to show you. I'm not gonna glue everything down. There's multiple ways you can use PVC glue, but you want something that's watertight. I know this is really good. It's watertight. I use this on my my LED build, and it worked pretty good. Spider. All right. Basically, you cut the PVC. You cut the noodle. You insert it in. Put the cap on one end. Well, of course, you want to glue it. Clean each depending on what you use. Clean. And then on the inside, this is important. The way we have our noodles set up, this one has sand in it. You can hear the sand. But you put weights in there. What happens if when you throw the noodles in, you want to, have it so the weight is on one end where the noodle is, and then the bare end would be where the line is. And when the fish takes it, the sand or the weight drops and it becomes vertical instead of horizontal, and that way you know that fish is on. I added I think I found these at Harbor Freight, these reflective strips. I actually cut, for the smaller ones, I cut them down the middle and then I split them, that way I can these only came in 10s. This was really old, I don't know where I found it, but I decided to put that on at night. If you have a spotlight, you actually shine a light out and you can see them. And using a nice bright colored jug also helps finding them. So you don't want something, the pink one's kind of hard to find, but the yellow one was really easy to find. Maybe it's because it was bigger too. But for the big ones, I just used a full strip. Alright, let's see the small one. Here's the weights that I use. Different sizes. I think this is the 1 ounce and this is 3/4 ounce. You actually put the 3/4 ounce inside, or no, put the 1 ounce on the inside. That might not be enough weight, so you might need 2 or 3. That's why I put sand in it, because sand is cheap. These are a little bit more expensive. So, and if you decide to put these weights in there, you want something to cushion it. So I'd get a scrap piece of foam, put it in there before I glue everything down. That way, when the weight hits back and forth against the metal, doesn't mess it up or anything. So like I said, sand works perfectly. I think you get a bag of sand for like $1 at Home Depot. So while you're getting the PVC, you get the sand. Just pour the sand in and then seal it up, and then you're done. Well, you got to put the little reflective tape on it. Like I said, you can cut these in half, but basically they just tape around like that. Really easy. They got guides here that shows you, cut right there, it's halfway, such and such. Let's see how many I got left. I think I got 5 jugs left over to make, so I'll probably have to split these. Too lazy to drive out and grab another pack. For the line, these I use basic twine from Walmart, or braided mason line or something like that. But I decided to go, like I said, once you go big, because we've been getting big fishes, of course, not to notch it up. This is bow fishing line, 200-pound test. So hopefully it works good. It's really thin. I mean, compared to this, you can see, how thin that is. But basically, once I get this untangled, which I'll do later, you create a little knot on both ends, a loop knot. Oh, easy. 1, 2, 3. You're supposed to wet that, but be alright. I use about, I think, 10 or 15 feet of line. It doesn't matter. You can throw these at any depth and they work fine. Yeah, look at that. I'll work on getting this fixed later. But this comes in a nice little spool. I think I got this for $15 for 100 feet. I mean, basically, you can actually just put this right through the eyelet. I wouldn't worry about, coming out or you can feed it through and then feed the, so you feed the knot through and you feed the line through the knot and it'll hold like that. And you just clench it down. It's easy. I mean, I wouldn't worry about that coming out. You know, if you're worried about that coming out, you can get a little plier and pinch that down. The reason why I do this is because I like to make, you know, let me just cut this off that way, you know. Show you guys. Here's that knot, where you do the knot and you put the line through and you pull it down. There you go. You know, if you decide to pinch this down with some pliers, you want to use a knot that, or use a method where you can switch out the lines easily. See how the line comes out like that? You want the other end also to have a loop knot. So I'm just gonna try a simple loop knot here. And one. Oh, jeez. One, two. Alright. Snip the excess end off. Do my hooks. Like I said, I like it where, you know, be easy to put on, put off, take off. The knot through. Push the line through the hook. Push through again. Oh. Oh, I thought this line was. There you go. That was hard, but now you can take it off the same way you put it on. Which is probably gonna be a little bit harder this time, but you know, you guys get the idea. You can buy a hook with the bigger eye, but that's basically how you can hook it on right here. Like I said, you can hook it on like this. It's ready. I mean, same with the weight. I like to go halfway down if you decide to use a weight. Just loop the line through. And I want to take this out. And pull the other lines right through. You have to worry about the weight slipping or anything. I never had a problem with that. Oh, jeez. What the heck? There's just one. There you go. Just one line. One line through. I'll show you that again. Because I kind of confused myself too. Basically, you find the middle, somewhere in the middle. You push the loop through the weight, and then you bring one line out, push it through the loop, and you pull it tight. These, same way, they stay, they don't move. And like I said, if you decide, hey, I'm not going to use weights, you just pull it out. Save your weights. You don't have to retie, you don't have to do another knot, you don't have to, you know, especially if you're doing it at night, you really want to make it as easy as possible, you know, when you're jugging at night. And you're ready, just throw bait on there and throw it down. The big thing to remember is reading your local regs. Depending on where you live, you might need to put your, you know, license number, put a phone number, put your name, etc., etc., and then just follow the rules on how many you can have out, and if you can have live bait on it, because here you can't have live bait on it. And that's basically it. I mean, if you guys have any questions, just post the comments down below. Remember, like, subscribe, and keep watching our videos, and we'll keep making more. I think the next one I'm gonna make is a tutorial on how to make the 600 LEDs for night fishing. So I'll start working on that probably after this, once I start making all these noodles. Thanks for watching, you guys, and have fun out there.